You know what? Before I get into this review and walkthrough, let's cue my intro real quick. That was probably enough time. I'm really bad with timing. Whatever. Welcome, fellow gamer pothead Joe Puttyman here. And today I'm finally doing the Black Mirror Bandersnatch movie review. Now, if you're not familiar with what this is, Black Mirror Bandersnatch is probably one of the first really truly interactive movies I've ever seen in my life. And this is not just based on this is based on all the things I've done in the past and everything. So before I get into this review and this walkthrough, if at any point you do like this video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the little notification bell and become part of the notification squad. Now understand, the walkthrough will be spoilers, so I'm going to tell you why you need to see this movie, and then to experience it yourself and possibly find your own way. Then you will go from there and not watch the walkthrough. But then if you want to get the ending of all endings, the actual ending that stops the whole movie, then you need to watch the walkthrough, okay? But I suggest you try it out yourself first. You cannot enjoy this without trying it out yourself. It may be hard, it may be difficult. I found the best route, which also might not be the fastest route. I tried twice to do different things, but my scenarios ended up the same. And I will be showing my notes on my Bandersnatch and everything and what I did, and what exactly you have to do. Description. And by the way, at any point you do know a quicker way than I showed through this walkthrough, or the hints that I give you, please tell me in the comments below. But don't spoil if you can, or put spoilers. That's big letters, put spoilers, okay guys? So, if you have Netflix, you have to go see Black Mirror Bandersnatch. Now understand, this movie is an interactive movie. It gives you two choices at the bottom. Now, the reason why I feel as a gamer and a pothead and a moviegoer, why this movie encompasses everything I love and why my brain has exploded, and I had to take some time today to actually sit down and do this review and do this walkthrough with you, is because once I sat down and saw how it worked, they want you to get the ending. But it's so weird on how things are set up. So, basically in the movie, you become this programmer that's obsessed with this book called Bandersnatch. And it's a choose-your-own-adventure book. And you are about to play the same book, but it's the Netflix version of it. Okay, guys? So what that means is it's going to be different than the book, if there even a book existing. I didn't check to see if there was a book. Honestly, if there was a book, I don't think I could have ever had as much fun with this book as I did with this movie, based on simple clues and things that happen there. So basically, in it, you have to make choices. Those choices will tell you what ending you get. But then there's a twist to it. When you get the wrong ending, you get a chance to go back. And that's where the twist comes in, Shyamalan style. And when you get a chance to go back, it depends on what your choices then are, but also strive for an ending that you want, okay? And there was one ending that I got at one point that I didn't want, but I haven't still seen the other one. But I have seen it with another part, so I know how that ending is going to be. So in the long run, I see how they've altered things, so I've actually seen all the endings. Sounds crazy when I say that. I completely understand. But you won't understand until you watch it. So my thing to tell you this: if you're interested in finding and watching an interactive movie with great acting, a great story, and just an obsession to get to the right story, then Black Mirror's Bandersnatch is for you. If you're a gamer, if you like those twisted type of movies, if you like suspense, this is a movie for you, okay? I'm just saying you need to go watch it. Now, at this point, I want to make sure if you have not seen Bandersnatch, Black Mirror's Bandersnatch, then I suggest you go and watch it now on Netflix. If you have Netflix, it's on there. Enjoy it. Best with a PS4 controller, I guarantee you. Enjoy it. And then come back if you're trying to get the ending that I'm trying to show you. Have to interrupt myself. Sorry for doing that. First and foremost, as you're watching this video, you've been probably hearing my console and everything. Before I get into the walkthrough part, I realized how big this is. So when you see me with the hat on, guys, that means that I have figured out some new stuff after I recorded this, because this is right after I saw the movie, and there's some details that I didn't put in, so we're going to get into those through the walkthrough and the spoilerly parts. So I'm going to go ahead and stop right here, go back to my official review, and when we get to the walkthrough part, we'll get back with the Mario hat. If you've already watched it and you're struggling because you keep on getting the television sets at the end, where it actually gives you two televisions and give you the choices, but you keep choosing the wrong choices, well, I'm here to help you, because I got to the right choices and I wrote them down, okay? And I was actually through one scenario, but I realized one thing. You do not have to go back and restart the whole thing to get it, but I wanted to try to get the quickest one. So I think I will still try to get a shortest walkthrough for this, but this is what I have. So at this point, I want to make... in the description... I'll show you now. What I mean by that is if you're aware, in the story... At one point, you go to see a counselor, and there's something that's stressing you. And that point is that your mother ends up dying in a crash. And you, during the whole story, you have two options. But the only time you only have one option was when your mom says, "Come with me." You have the choice of saying no. Well, it looks like you're supposed to have the choice of saying yes or no. But there's only no option. Once I saw that, I was like, no, they would not just give you one option there. There has to be another option. Has to be another option. But I think that people are struggling to find it. And I found it. And there's one part where there's actually a code needed. Then that's where the wall hits. So, okay, interrupting myself again, guys. Just have to do it. I was online, and I realized that there were, you can't do a walkthrough of this. And that's why there's no walkthroughs. There's so many pathways in this. There's not ever really a correct path, and some people have been doing it to the point of where I found about, I would say, 5 or 6 flowcharts of how to go through it. Now, I'm going to show you some of the flowcharts right here. Right here. There's a lot, by the way. Some extend beyond my arm. That's how far they go. But the biggest thing I want to point out is one thing that I call that's called the white bear. Okay. Now, if you're not aware of what I'm talking about, this right here is what I'm calling the white bear. It's the choice of two paths. Okay. Understand this symbol in Bandersnatch didn't make sense to me of why it was a big deal, except for in that movie I just thought it meant two paths. Then my brain exploded when my favorite episode was brought up of Black Mirror, which is season 2, episode 2. In season 2, episode 2, you see a girl that actually wakes up to this sign or this image on the screen. Okay, they call it the white bear, and I don't want to give away the episode, so I'm going to say this: if you're watching the walkthrough for Bandersnatch but never watched any other Black Mirror, at least watch season 2, episode 2, and you're going to see that. Watch that episode and then come back to this as well. And I'm going to give you a few seconds to come back. So when I snap my fingers, we're going to go ahead and zip into the next part. Okay, so if you've watched season 2, episode 2, then you know where I'm going with this and how freaking flipped out it is. You saw the symbol. This symbol was the same symbol you saw in Bandersnatch. Okay, guys? And, oh my God, what is Black Mirror doing to me? The twists and turns Black Mirror is taking me on. Listen, if you guys want to see flowcharts, they're all over the internet. I don't need to do it. I'm actually going to use some of these to get some of the other endings. But this just made the whole conspiracy and stuff that they're doing with Black Mirror and Bandersnatch and the Neon episode in season 2 mind-blowing. So I really, really hope you guys watch this whole thing and tell me what you guys think of all this. If you haven't watched Black Mirror and you're watching this and any of this has just interested you, you need to stop right now and go watch those. Because I think the story of the character in that episode, in season 2, episode 2, may have to do with the whole pathway where she did not have a choice. Everything was contradicted for her, even with the child's death. And there could possibly be another pathway. And they may let us choose it. I don't know. I don't know what to think. But if they do, that would be awesome because it's one of my favorite episodes. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and snap on out of here and let the P.A.C.S. me take over from here. He won't know that I was here because this is an alternate route where I wear the Mario hat. And if you watch Bandersnatch, you'll understand why this is pretty funny. But anyway, thank you guys for checking out my review. Let's get back to the main part of it, the main chunk of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy, crazy look at Black Mirror's Bandersnatch. So let's give it back to him, shall we? That's why I'm going to help you. So, first and foremost, we're going to go through all the steps, and I'm going to tell you the keywords. Now, first thing I want to go ahead and go through is this. My second attempt going through it, I tried one other little key thing, okay? As far as the two options, the music and the cereal that you pick, does not matter. Does not matter. As far as the job, definitely. You want to deny the job. You're going to go back and have the option to deny it no matter what, because you'll be pushed back because your game will fail. So you'll have to go back to deny it, but I would deny it the first time. Then, I don't know if this is going to actually change anything, but if this does, go this option. Say no when the counselor tells you to do the mom story, and she's going to ask you again to tell the mom story. I said no twice. Apparently, you have to say yes to that, okay? Now, the albums don't matter. The fatherly lunch does. Because you have to yell at your dad. Do not pour the tea on your computer. That's going to break it. Make sure you yell at your dad. Now, I don't want to go into detail about each one. Here's where the thing. I actually did something different. I did it where there's spirals. And that's whenever the TV comes up and it resets everything, okay? So, there's going to be at one point where you're actually going to ask who's there. He's going to ask who's there. And it's going to say Netflix. Or it's going to have this little symbol right here. Okay? That symbol right there. Hit that symbol. Now, Netflix is actually fun. But you actually will not be hitting Netflix until later. And when I mean you're not going to hit Netflix till later, you're not going to hit Netflix till way, way later, okay? And there's a reason why, okay? So, you're going to go ahead and continue on your story. Do not kill Dad. By all means, when you get to the point where the ashtray, you have the choice to kill Dad or back off. Always choose back off. Always choose back off. The reason for that is if you kill Dad, you get the dad ending. You don't want that. You don't want the dead dad ending. You don't want to be the bad monster in this story. You end up being like the other guy, the bad guy. And you're actually going to see him again if you actually continue to do the back off. Because they want you to become the bad guy, just like the one that wrote Bandersnatch in the movie. Choose back off the whole time. No matter how many times you want to see Dad die, choose it. You're going to see hints of why you want to kill Dad. Don't do it. So, here's the thing, okay? You're going to continue to do it. You're going to talk about Mom. And after that, back off. You're going to go back to the talk about Mom. This time, you're actually going to be forced to say yes. Do it. Say yes. And of course, you're going to see follow Mom, and it's going to say no, okay? Then when you go through, go back to Mrs. Haynes and go through that scenario again. Keep doing that until you get the back off again, okay? This time, when you do it, go with Colin, and you jump. Okay, you jump. After you jump, then you're gonna go back again and have Colin jump again. Okay, no, that's gonna put the whole story where Colin fills in about the P.A.C.S. P.A.C.S talks about program and control. P.A.C.S, on the other hand, is not needed. P.A.C.S is a stalemate to the wrong direction. Okay, just like kill Dad. P.A.C.S is not where you want to go. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna continue to hit that button, that little sign, okay, and keep on backing off of your dad. At some point, you're going to get to where it says, get rabbit from Dad. That's when you want to go ahead and do it. And prior to that, you're going to want to keep on hitting photo. Until you get to the point where it says, get rabbit from Dad, then you're going to automatically be forced to take the book. The reason you want to keep taking the photo is because the photo is going to be the gateway to your mother. That's always, so whenever you have the option to choose the family photo, choose the family photo, okay? Then once you actually are forced to take the book, you're going to get to a point where you're actually going to go to Dad to retrieve the adult toy. At that point, because at one point I actually had it where it actually said P.A.C.S and P.A.C. But I didn't pick P.A.C at first. I picked P.A.C. And it didn't let me open up the safe. Then, when I took the next scenario, it came up with toy and then P.A.C. And with me knowing that player, the program, and control, which Colin brings up as part of the scenario, then I picked P.A.C. Well, P.A.C was right, because what ends up happening is when you get the sign again, where it actually says Netflix and that little thing right here, you're going to get P.A.C right here, P.A.C.S, okay? When you do that, then what you're going to need to do is you're going to go to the counselor and you're going to put in this number, 20541. That's going to get to where he can actually make the phone call again, okay, to the counselor and threaten her, all right? So then when you do that, it's going to put you back on the sign one. This is going to go back to Netflix. So you're going to want to do the Netflix instead of the little sign over here, the little sign thing, which I kind of messed it up, the sign up here, the sign right here. You want to go back down here and do Netflix. And then you want to tell them about Netflix, okay? At that point, when you tell them, you're going to do the whole fight scene with her, fight her, kicked all down the balls. And what that's going to happen is that's going to force another rabbit dad scenario where you take the rabbit. This time you're going to get the toy in packs. If you noticed, you're not going to get the toy in pack like you did before. You're going to get, like you did here, you're going to get the toy in packs. When you get that toy in pack story right here, that's when you're going to get the scenario right here. Go with mom. Yes or no. You're finally going to get the option to actually say yes to join mom. And it's going to be secret. The description. And it's going to give you the proper ending, and it's going to end right there. I went through a lot. I hope you understood that. The biggest thing you want to do is you want to get the P.A.C.S., you want to get the toy, and you also want to get the Get Rabbit from Dad several times. It's going to bring up a whole bunch of stories about the program and controls conspiracy, and it's going to keep you going. You'll know you're done, 100% done, when you actually get to the point of actually seeing two screens or no screen and just getting credits on the little TV screen. There is also another ending where it actually has the programmer that remakes Bandersnatch later down the road, because Bandersnatch was never made in one of the endings, and you actually get to see someone else destroy it. That's actually a pretty neat ending to see. So there is multiple endings, but to get to the ending with your mom, that is definitely the way you need to go for it. But that was it, guys. I love this. I hope they make more of these. That was thoroughly entertaining. It took a lot of time for me to get, but I am happy with the results and what was made out of this. Black Mirror Bandersnatch is something I've never experienced too. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. And if you actually watch my walkthrough without even trying to do the movie yourself, well, then you're doing an injustice to yourself because of what's spoiled to you. But I completely enjoyed this. I hope to see more things like this. I'm kind of sad that I've gotten everything now and that I've seen all the endings because there's really nothing for me to go back to. So I'm going to try to force some bad endings and actually I'm actually going to try to force a loop of everything that was done, including, because I noticed at one point you do have the cereal that you pick shown on a TV screen, and you do see the Colin bring up the whole music thing that you picked too, but it's not really indicative to the story, and so but there you guys have it. Black Mirror Bandersnatch is really worth a try. It is an enjoyable time, and I hope they make more of it. But I want to thank you all for watching my review and walkthrough. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the little notification bell and become part of the notification squad. You guys are awesome for watching this. I hope they make more like this because this was just fun, and I'm glad I took a break from Fortnite the game tonight, guys, so I can actually make this for you guys. It was a joyous time. I needed a little bit of break, and I think it worked out for the best because I just saw something most excellent that I feel all y'all should see too. So again, I love you guys, and as always, I'm Puttyman with Gamer Potheads, and do not forget, we're all about the high score. Peace out, and I'll talk to y'all later.